And welcome to Community Risk Reduction for Fire and Emergency Services. My name is Beverly Walker, and I'm your instructor for this course. I know that for some of you, this is your first semester here at East Georgia. Others of you have been around for a while, and so you know who I am and how my courses work. This course is a little bit different than maybe some of the others that you have taken. One of the first things is there's no real textbook. And sometimes people struggle with that because it's hard to keep them on track. There are plenty of readings and resources, but there's no textbook for you to follow. And so you'll have to pay attention to the course content as well as your syllabus for what is expected and when it's due. Hopefully, within the next week, our wonderful librarian, Katie Shepard, is going to put together something called a LibGuide that will that you can access that will show you each of the readings for each of the modules. As is the case with most of my courses, if once you access the course site, if you click on the tabs across the top, if you click content, it will list down everything that's expected from you. And you will see that each module, this doesn't have chapters, it just has learning modules. And each one is about 2 weeks in length. And so you have a couple of weeks, but don't let that fool you because there's a lot that happens in those 2 weeks. Sometimes it looks like an awful lot, but you may click on something and it's just a web page for you to read right there, and you move on to the next thing. So you'll want to get in and explore a little bit. There are 2 publications that you're going to be using, and they are both from Vision 2020, which is a nonprofit organization that you'll be learning more about in the course. And the web address is listed in the course syllabus. One is on community risk assessment. I know it's backwards in the picture. One is on community risk reduction planning. They both look the same on the cover, except for the words, of course. I just happened to print one in black and white and one in color. You don't have to do that, but it's helped me keep them apart. In your syllabus, you will see where it will say, and it's on the syllabus page towards the back where the schedule is, where I have read pages 1 through 10 in CRRP, Community Risk Reduction Planning, and then you'll see where we read CRA. So make sure you keep those 2 things separate. And I hope that it's pretty well marked. But both of these are great publications that we're going to be using as references. Throughout this course, we're going to be looking at the community. We're going to be looking at the problems in the community. And I want you to look at your community, where you live, where you work. It's nothing fictitious that I want you to do. I know some of you may not be associated with a fire department, and if that's the case, I would encourage you to get out and meet your local firefighters, or you can do it through EMS, you can do it through law enforcement, but get out into the community and find out what some of the issues are in your community. You can even hook up with your local American Red Cross. That's another great resource for you as we go through this course. It's about figuring out what the risks and hazards are in the community. And it's about how we in emergency services can prevent those risks from occurring, or at least reduce the risk to the people that live there. So that is the main goal of this course. For those of you that know me, know that I spent 25 years in the fire service, and the majority of that time was spent in fire prevention and risk reduction. And so it's a topic that's really close to my heart, and sometimes I just want to tell you everything that I know. So I'm trying not to give you information overload. Throughout the course, there will be discussions. You're actually going to be preparing like an executive summary of a risk reduction program for your community. So keep that in mind. So the activities that you do, the writing assignments, are all a part of that summary for the risk reduction plan for your community. So you're going to be working along. It's not something that you're going to wait till the end to do. So make sure you meet those deadlines. Also, I will post different to the announcements page on the front page. As I see articles that relate to community risk reduction, I'll post those there for your reading. Right now, I have left up several that were from last semester. So when you see the first announcement that says, welcome to the course, I want you to scroll on down and read those other things. That's going to be some valuable information for you. I may try to see if I can move them up to the top a little bit so that you won't forget that part, but make sure that you read all of those. Some of them are some great examples of what's happening in risk reduction. The test, you'll have a test over each module, and they are short answer discussion type questions. So be prepared for that, and they will cover your readings, the reading assignments that you have. If there's outside readings that are listed there, you're responsible for that on your on the test. There may be questions about those as well. I still have some work to do in the course to update it. I haven't taught the course in a while. You're going to be going to like American Fact Finder and at census.gov, and that whole screen has changed. So I'm going to redo some of that over the next week. But there's enough there for you to get started, to make sure that you post your introduction, as well as there's a reading assignment for you to do from kind of an overview introduction to the whole concept of community risk reduction. So I think that's all I wanted to tell you. If you have any questions about the course or the assignments, please let me know. I'll be glad to help you with that. But I would just urge you to kind of get in and look around as best you can to the course site. A lot of things you may see, like for the subsequent weeks or subsequent modules, may not be available to you, and I've closed them so that I can update them before you actually look at them. So I'm a little behind. But that's kind of the story of my life. So I'm looking forward to having you in this course. I'm looking forward to the good things that this course can bring to a community. And if you have any questions or problems, please be sure and let me know. Thanks so much, and check out the syllabus, as that's going to be your best guide to what's happening. Thanks so much, and enjoy the course.